So I'm going to show you a typical breakfast for my raw vegan diet that I'm using. I'm using the blender. I'm not juicing, I'm blending everything. There's two main blenders that most people use. One is the Blendtec, which is what we have right here. Can you come in a little closer? These are commercial or light commercial, super heavy duty blenders that are really, really nice. The other one is the Vitamix. Now, our friend Alan said he had a kind of a common man's blender. What was it called?
Magic Bullet. He bought it for $45.
The Magic Bullet. And I'll put links to all three of those in the subject heading of this video. The Magic Bullet is a good budget model, and it also runs off 12 volts. So if you're a truck driver or you're on the road, it's something you can use by plugging in a cigarette lighter.
That's right. And some of these are expensive, but we got ours used off of eBay, what, 10 years ago?
Right, and it's still going strong.
Yeah.
So here's a typical breakfast for me. We've got spinach there, we've got kale, 2 bananas, 1 large apple, we've got dates, an avocado. I'll break it down a little bit with coconut milk, and I'll put a cap full of Bragg's apple cider vinegar, and some flaxseed oil. Also, Mrs. Wranglerstar has some supplements for us. So this is what we'll put in the blender, and you always start with the greens first. Also some water, about a cup to cup and a half of water. We'll mix up the greens and the water, break those down because they're so fibrous, and then we'll add the fruit.
So the reason I had decided to do this with Cody is because it sure makes cleanup a lot easier. I'm making Jack some food, but he's happy with leftovers, and I thought, what a great way to not have to cook for multiple days. I tend to eat pretty well already, but you know, it never hurts to eat a little bit better for a couple of days.
So the Blendtec is pre-programmed, S for shake. So put your ear protection on.
So how does it feel to be having so much greens when you're not a huge green fan?
Well, you know, the way I look at it is I'm still not, but I can get it over with. And I've always been about that. I'd rather just go through the pain and get it over with, and not concentrate on it too much. So I'm going to put all my fruit in here now, and I'll put some coconut milk for no other reason than Mrs. Wranglerstar says it's good for me. And I'll put some flaxseed oil, so I don't become like the Tin Man. And then I'll put Bragg's apple cider vinegar, a cap of that.
It has a mother, so it's a little different than some of the other vinegars you might buy. So people say if you have problems with vinegars, apple cider vinegar is the one that you can probably have.
In addition to the shakes, we've always eat a lot of nuts. So we do cashews. Mrs. Wranglerstar buys them in bulk. Almonds, pecans, walnuts, sunflower seeds. That's basically it.
Pumpkin seeds, pine nuts, almonds. I buy them all raw, and then we go ahead and usually roast them up.
And sometimes I even throw them in the shake. The Blendtec and the Vitamix, they'll just pulverize them. You don't even know they're there. They kind of give it a little bit of a thicker, meaty type of taste, but it gets them down.
Yeah.
So this is what, about 34 ounces? So it's thin enough where you can drink it. Usually it'll fill this up, and then there's just a little bit more. That's about ideal for me. In the evening, I'll drink. I've been drinking 2 of these. It's delicious. Tastes like bananas.
Hey, do you want to show them the wide mouth jar trick?
Yeah. If you don't have a blender, or you want something that's a little more compact or that's a little bit cheaper, you can use Mrs. Wranglerstar has the immersion blenders, and you can, with a wide mouth jar, you can make your juice or your shakes in this as well, and this will really pulverize the kale as well, right?
Not terrifically well, but you know, it's a good substitute. So if that's what you've got, you can use that. You know, you might want to use a knife first to massacate it quite a bit. Okay, well, I'll put the items that we use, the blenders and such that we recommend, in a category in the store called what? Timber Fit Diet. Timber Fit Diet.
Timber Fit Diet. So you can go to wranglermart.com and I'll put those there. And click the thumbs up if you enjoy these videos, if you'd like to see more of our healthy meal plans, and we'll see you guys on the next video.